slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow.
In the Caro-Kann defense, c6 supports a quick d7, d5 pawn push to control the center and challenge the e4 pawn. Knight c3 develops the knight and supports the e4 pawn. d5 takes space in the center and attacks the e4 pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight and controls the d4 and e5 squares. Knight takes e4 captures the pawn on e4 and places the knight on a center square where it controls many important squares. Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the knight on e4. This threatens to eventually win a pawn. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. White develops the bishop and attacks the center. Developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. This prepares the bishop for development. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. The queen joins the board early, building a strong opening for white. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. This allows the opponent to win a pawn through an eventual fork. This wins a pawn. Takes back. This is the only move that works. One more piece joins the action. This misses a better way to block a check from the opposing queen. This removes a pawn that was threatening to win material. White develops the bishop and attacks the center. Black lost their winning advantage, and now the game is close to equal. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. This overlooks a better way to connect rooks. Very precise. White activates the last piece, bringing all pieces into play. The pawn is now adequately defended. This overlooks an opportunity to offer an equal trade of pieces. This offers an equal trade of pieces. White was worse off, but now they are in a losing position. There was only one good move there, and black did not spend enough time trying to find it. Takes back. Black will be winning a pawn with that fork. This loses a rook. That was a free rook. This overlooks an opportunity to activate a rook by getting it to the 7th rank. This permits the opponent to win a knight by overloading a defender. There was only one good move there, and black did not spend enough time trying to find it. This wins a knight. Recaptures. This is the strongest option. This evades the check from the bishop. That knight was free for the taking. This activates the king in the endgame by getting it off of the back rank. A very strong play. The knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This moves the knight to safety. Right on target. One of the best moves. A solid choice. Very precise. A very strong play. An active king is critical in the endgame, and getting it off of the back rank is the first step. This is the strongest option. Right on target. Very precise. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. One of the best moves. A solid choice. This steps away from the checking knight. A very strong play. This steps away from the checking knight. One of the best moves. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. That's fine. A solid choice. This is an equal trade. Takes back. This is a fair move. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. A very strong play. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. One of the best moves. This blocks an attack on a pawn. White's bishop has moved to a square with greater activity and control. This evades the check from the bishop. That was a free pawn. A solid choice. This is the strongest option. This steps away from the checking knight. This captures a rook and eliminates a threat. Recaptures. Right on target. That bishop was free for the taking. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. A very strong play. Pushing a passed pawn. One of the best moves. A solid choice. A very strong play. One of the best moves. Very precise. Pushing a passed pawn. This is the strongest option. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. Pushing a passed pawn. A solid choice. The pawn reaches the back rank and promotes to a queen. There were worse moves, but also something much better. Right on target. Very precise. That's not a mistake, but that's fine. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. A very strong play. This is still winning, but a quick checkmate was missed. This is the strongest option. This continues down the road to checkmate. One of the best moves. Very precise. Right on target. This is the strongest option. Very precise. Right on target. This is the strongest option. This is a fair move. That's fine. The game was close to equal, but now black is in a losing position. There was only one good move there. This is the only good move. This steps away from the checking rook. This places a rook on the 7th rank, where this permits the opponent to play checkmate. And the game is over.